Hi, I'm Nitin Punjabi, and this is a demo of the Spectre market surveillance system. Before I start the demo, I'll briefly describe what Spectre does. In a nutshell, Spectre processes market-related data, such as order messages, in real time, and monitors them for patterns which signal potentially abusive trading behavior. I'll share examples of those behaviors in the demo. When Spectre identifies such a pattern, it generates a case. Now that's what the back end does. The front end, which you'll see in this demo, is where cases are viewed and administered. There are three things I want to emphasize in this demo: the ability to view and administer cases, the ability to edit the parameters of back-end monitors, and the automatic generation of an audit trail as required by regulatory standards as users such as compliance officers use Spectre. So I'll start off the demo by logging in. Okay, so right now I'm on my profile page. This is a brand new instance of Spectre, and this is my first login, so that's all I've done so far. If I go to Global Activities, it's only me. And if I go to Users, it's only myself and Walter White. He'll come into the demo later. Right now there are no open cases. As you can see, Spectre has not detected anything. So let's take a look at the incident monitors. In Spectre, incident monitors are the back-end workers looking for particular patterns in the data. As you can see, we have 5 monitors here: layering on the bid, layering on the ask, low trade to cancel ratio, wash trading, and large unfilled order. Now, if you're familiar with market microstructure and the regulatory environment, then all these will sound familiar to you. If not, we can take a closer look and see the definition itself. So here we have layering on the bid, which is submitting multiple orders on the buy side of the book to create a false sense of demand, which helps the participant execute a trade on the sell side. Following the execution, the buy orders are rapidly removed. So this is a case of a participant wanting to short or sell stock at a superior price and creating artificial demand to achieve that goal. So that's the definition of layering on the bid. Layering incidents are partitioned by participant and symbol. And to the right, we can see its settings. It's currently set to look for 4 new bids, followed by a sell, followed by 4 cancels on the bid, and there's an extra constraint here that the bid prices must be in increasing order, and that all has to happen within 5 seconds. We'll edit a few monitor settings later, but for now, let's take a look at a case. And to do that, we'll need to generate one. So here I have a trading client application. It's actually connected right now to a real exchange's test environment, and it's going to send real order messages. Now the exchange will respond to these messages, but also forward its responses to the Spectre backend. So Spectre will receive information from the exchange in real time, take it through a transformation process, analyze it for the incidences we're interested in, and if it finds anything, generate a case. I'm going to send a series of order messages to the exchange, and these messages conform with the pattern we're looking for, and so Spectre should pick them up and generate a case. Let's give it a try. Okay, so we ran the scenario, and as you can see, I sent out a sell order first at a higher price, and then started layering the book 46, 47, 49, and eventually achieving a fill at 28.50. Okay, so let's see if it generated a case. And there it is. Spectre has generated its first case and assigned it to me. It's an open case of layering on the bid on Credit Suisse. The participant is Acme Trading, and the case officer is myself. If you hover over the view button, you can see the last action related to this case, and that was Spectre generating it. Okay, so let's take a look. Alright, so each case is divided into 3 views: the summary, the details and administration, and history. The summary displays case vitals and its most recent history. Of course, nothing of note has happened yet, so if I view the whole history, we see what we expect. The work gets done in details and administration, so let's take a look at that. So here we have a visualization of the bid layering case. As set in the incident monitor, we were looking for patterns of 4 increasing bids, which are here, followed by a sell, followed by 4 cancels. And below we have the same data in tabular format. For layering cases, we're interested in the orders themselves. In other types of cases, emphasizing statistical information, for example, we would see different information. And I'll show you an example of that later on. We can expand each order to see further details. So on this fill message, for example, we can see its liquidity flag, its order type, and the order ID assigned by the venue itself, and anything else that was either part of the original source data or added in the enrichment process during transformation or pulled from anywhere else, such as a batch cluster. So that's the case information. And below is where administration takes place. It actually might be easier if I hide this for now. Alright, so because the case is open and assigned to me, in addition to viewing a summary, I can comment, transfer, or request to close. Closing a case requires confirmations by 2 users, so as the first user, I need to request a second confirmation from someone else. So I can type in a comment here. Okay, as you can see, it's now part of the case history. Let's give transferring a try. Okay, so the case has been transferred. It now should belong to Walter White. And we see that is the case. Now if I try to view it again, I should be able to access only the summary. There we are. Now to demonstrate closing a case, I need to log in as Walter White. Okay, so he's in. Let's say he opens this case. He takes a look, thinks things are resolved, and requests to close. Let's do that here. Alright, so I'll go back to my screen and view my open cases. Okay, as you can see, the case now belongs to me once again and is awaiting close confirmation. And if I look at the available actions, I can either confirm or reject. If I reject, the case shifts back to open status and the cycle repeats, so I'll just confirm for now. Alright, so once I confirm, the case moves to the case archive. Let's take a look. And at that point, I have the option to reopen it if I wish. If we take a look at the history, we can see all the actions which took place related to the case. So that's an example of one of the incident monitors generating a case, that case getting administered, and an audit trail getting generated. Let's move on to editing incident patterns, which is fairly straightforward. This time, let's take a look at layering on the ask. So layering on the ask is basically a mirror of layering on the bid, but this particular setting is very stringent, so let's relax it a bit. Okay, I'll set that to 0 and keep everything the same. Let's take a look at our new settings here. Okay, so as you can see, now all we care about is a fill on the buy side, followed by 4 cancels. We of course no longer care about the price, the order of the prices, and all that still has to happen within 5 seconds. So let's get our trading client back here. Alright, so this time I have a layering on the ask scenario, but I'll be setting out for 2 symbols just to demonstrate that Spectre can partition by symbol. Okay, so as you can see, I sent out a buy order for BMW and a buy order for Sanofi, and then started layering the ask until I eventually got to fills for both symbols, and then canceled the orders on the opposite side. So let's see if Spectre generated a couple of cases for that. Perfect, and there they are. As you can see, we have 2 cases of layering on the ask, one for BMW and one for Sanofi. Let's take a look at one of them. Okay, much like before, our incident has now been updated, and as you can see, we picked up the bid that occurred, followed by the 4 subsequent cancellations. The data is also presented in tabular format below as before, and everything else in the admin area stays the same. So that's editing the incident monitors. I'd just like to add that adding new incident monitors is in most cases a fairly straightforward task. And now to finish off the demo, let's take a look at a different kind of incident monitor. So for this segment, let's take a look at low trade to cancel ratio. So as you can see, this monitor looks for any incident where within a specified time, a participant's number of trades versus its number of cancels on a symbol drop below a specified threshold. So the monitor as it stands right now is set to generate a case when the threshold drops below 5%. For this demo, I'm going to relax that a bit. I'll set that to 30% and set the time window to 5. Now, everything so far has been in seconds, but Spectre is not necessarily constrained to that. It can also do other time units as needed. So let's save that off. Okay, let's take a look. Alright, our settings have been updated. Let's get our trading client back here. Okay, I'm going to run a scenario here which will rapidly send out an order for a symbol and cancel it multiple times, such that a case should be generated. Let's take a look. Okay, I just want to be sure that I sent out and canceled enough orders here to actually trigger something. So 100 shares of Nestle, over and over and over again, until I eventually got to a fill. Okay. Alright, let's see if a case was generated. Great, so there's our open case of low trade to cancel ratio on Nestle from Acme Trading once again. Let's take a look at the case. Okay, so as you can see, the visualization is different, along with the pertinent information presented. In this instance, I had 2 trades and 20 cancels, which caused Spectre to generate a case. Other than that, everything else in the admin area remains familiar. So that's the demo. Just to summarize, Spectre is a market surveillance tool which consumes data in real time, searches for patterns of interest, and upon detecting these patterns, generates cases which can then be administered with a full audit trail. If you have any questions, thoughts, or suggestions, I'd love to hear them, and you can contact me through the email address in the video description below. Thanks for watching.